Hey, fuck is going on with Buster Cousin? Your boy Miss Sitcho. You already know what the fuck going on. I know y'all miss me. I already said I'm not supposed to be cussing a lot at the beginning of my videos, but we fried that years ago. I'm not gonna lie. If it come out, it come out. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm natural. I'm normal. All that, and I don't be doing none of that beep boop censor. Maybe I should start. Maybe it'll help. I don't really know if that be mattering in today's time because everything on TV cusses, shows all the sex scenes, pure everything. So I don't really know if all of that sensitive activity stuff matter. But as long as I can flag my stuff for adults, 18 plus, whatever that is, what it is. Same like on my Twitch. That's on my Twitch setup. You know what I'm saying? I smoke. I do all of that on there. So this ain't for no children, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I make mature content. So I ain't gonna lie. I cuss, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You feel me? So yeah, it be what it be. But instantly, and on top of that, the type of content I react to, even though a lot of kids don't do what they do and find their ways to get on YouTube and all of that and maneuver how they maneuver and look up and be a part of this culture that we really don't want them to be a part of. But where there's a will, there's a way. They're going to find a way. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't really be watching what I react to anyway, gang, because it's a lot of negative-ass violent shit that kids really shouldn't be thinking about, bro, that we already mad that these last boys is thinking about anyway. So it just be like, man, gang, you feel me? But, yeah, we finna pull up this motherfucking reaction screen. Twin, you watching my boy Mako. You already know what the fuck going on. Last time I fucked up and then big screen and damn video and shit. But it is what it is. Desktop audio, cool. Broski. Put that on, I'll turn that on. Make sure that is. Alright, y'all, be in the game. Alright, cool. Let's get it started. And, like what Mac used to say, I already got that doinky. Oh, bro. I already got the doink, bro. So let's get into this video.
Fatso is without question the youngest in charge, taking the hip-hop scene by storm, terrorizing
I almost was
his
finna
every
pass that
chance he
fast. I
gets.
mean,
Not
pause
only
it that
is
fast
Fatso
too.
an
Like,
EBK black disciple, but he has mob ties with Lil Durk and the infamous OTF conglomerate. At only 17 years old, Fatso has accomplished more than most have in a lifetime. And I'll warn you, his success has not been a victimless rise to fame, but more like a lifelong war that has been going on in the streets of Chicago for decades now, with Fatso using his music as an instrument for success as well as to rain havoc on his enemies.
I'm never no bitch, so motherfuckers talk crazy. They wanna pull out guns, we gonna pull out guns.
I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch.
I heard that scream. I can smoke around her as long as it's not in no closed space where she can't breathe. They like, damn.
what did he say?
Hold on, bro.
What that nigga say?
You was smoking loud in front of the baby? Talking about as long as it's not in no enclosed space. Bro, you're in an enclosed space, bro. What? That just threw me off. We had to pause the whole video for that one. He ain't never smoking loud in front of the baby.
I didn't think give a fuck.
FBI, open up!
What's going on?
As long as it's not in no closed space where she can't breathe. They like,
it's not about breathing, bro. You're putting what?
You really up? Hey, hey, say fuck Bloodhound! Fuck Bloodhound! Yeah!
Oh, they into it? I didn't know he was into it with the Bloodhound.
I didn't even know that.
Fatso grew up around Chicago in an area labeled as the Low Bottoms, on Evans between 46th and 43rd, and attended Carter G. Wilson Elementary
He went to Wilson.
Wow, that's the school we was on. My dead homies, nigga. That's the school we was driving past, gang. And I really, that's crazy. This is the school we was driving past, and we drove past the school, gang. I looked dead at that school, and I literally said, "That's crazy." I said, "This school as of right now, it's a normal little day, you know what I'm saying? So it looked normal." But I said, "Nigga, this school probably rock. Rock used to rock, do rock."
45th and Vincennes.
Evans between 46th and 43rd, and attended Carter G. Wilson
Like,
Elementary
a
School.
lot of
He
my
has a
homies'
total of
cousins
4
went to Carter.
siblings with
Went to
3
Wilson.
brothers and 1 little sister. While he moved around with his mom and stepdad, and his stepdad had made a living doing construction. And
Okay,
Fatso, ironically, had gotten his name from being the fat kid on the block growing up, and had
That's
always
crazy.
been influenced by his older brother, who we now know as YFG Chalk.
I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars and start getting that bag. You did?
Chalk is
I don't know
2
who that
years
is.
older than Fatso and was living just 8 miles south on 88th and Princeton Avenue
Okay,
near
so-
Chatham, with
Yeah,
Fatso
yeah,
traveling
Princeton.
down to hang out with his brother frequently. Fatso looked up to Chalk in a lot of ways, but mostly for his ability to create music. Fatso would start to hop in the booth with
Oh,
Chalk
he
and
been
his friends
rapping?
and would eventually
Never.
drop his first music video for a song titled Go-Go at only 12 years old. In this video,
No,
Fatso is
that's
riding
crazy.
Lime scooters with his friends wearing a YFG hoodie, establishing Young Fly Guys as their new crew. And that day,
No.
YFG Fatso was born.
Okay,
However,
yeah.
as lighthearted and harmless as he may come off in this video, in his lyrics, he is still talking about
talking
hitting the
that
block with
shit.
30s and dumping on the ops.
Oh,
Fatso
yeah.
was surrounded by violence and crime, and his contribution would be inevitable over time. After he started making his name as a rapper, he would shift his influence from his brother Chalk to more known figures like King Von, who was
Okay.
a documented killer.
We
and-
learning. Like I don't even know. I can't name you one Fatso song, YFG Fatso song, but I know who he is though. So we sitting here learning together.
I don't know the name of
We
them,
gonna
but
be a document.
I don't know the exact lyrics off the top of my head. It's up with some. I don't fuck with you niggas. I forgot how it go again, but it was the intro to our fucking our RP server, you know. So that nigga was getting off. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know. Drill music always be buzzing, gang. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. It got its own like niche, like it do though. Like it get annoying, but like it's kind of hard to run away from. Like you get tired of it, and then a nigga come out with some more shit. You be over there like. What the fuck? Nigga just got off. You be like, damn.
of gun violence himself back in 2020. R.I.P. King Von. However, it was figures like this that would pave the way for the youth coming up in the streets of Chicago, including YFG Fatso. By 13, Fatso says he would really pursue his life of crime while joining the 808 mob Black Disciples and saying that he would run through 10 cars in a week at only 13. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could anyone go through 10 cars in a week? Well, these
Easily, just
vehicles
joyride.
are not your usual lease off the lot, but these vehicles are stolen in order to use them
These vehicles are stolen.
drills and robberies. Once the vehicle has been used and potentially caught on surveillance, they dump the vehicle just to find another and repeat this process over and over again.
Would y'all call this snitching? Like, would you consider this snitching? I just want to know. Because the internet definition of snitching is like broad as fuck. But it's also like overly simplistic and everything be pointed at as snitching. So I want to know, like, would y'all consider that snitching? This man sitting here, even though cops know this shit, you know, they listen to the music. Nigga, hey, like I said in one of my videos, a couple of my videos, they have a whole unit dedicated to watching music videos. I don't know why these niggas don't think that this shit exists, bro. They crazy, bro. All the motherfucking gang units and anything that's based or focused or oriented around gang activity, bro. Trust, bro. Y'all not tweaking, gang. Anything that got to do with drill music, bro. Drilling and ganging. Bro, they got a whole unit for that where they just sit and watch y'all shit. And they try to put everything together and pay attention to shit. That's why they said the Chicago police, they go about it one or two ways. They let everything build up until you overly incriminate yourself, or they let you just get yourself killed. Oh, God. Let the streets do the job for them. Or when it really, really, really makes sense, instead of them coming and trying to catch you, they just gonna catch you when they catch you, gang. Like, that's why niggas be out here like, nigga, I got 4 bodies. Yeah, the cops know it. But they ain't trying to come get you yet because the way you moving, if you already got 4, you'll go get 4 more. So as long as nigga at some point you either gonna get killed or we gonna catch you and we gonna have way more to smack you with, you know? So it is what it is. Play your dominoes.
Yeah. Fatso became a proud member of the 808 mob, reminding the public that, quote, 808 is stamped in the papers, meaning there are plenty of articles written on the crimes they are involved in.
Okay.
It's around this time, at 13 years old,
stupid.
that
That's
Fatso
what
would be
you heard.
arrested and spend 30 days in juvenile hall.
Dang.
Now, since he was a minor, we are uncertain on what his charges actually were, but based off the stories that he shares, I would guess either a GTA or some sort of gun charge.
Yeah,
However,
probably.
when Fatso was released,
To
he would
be in that 30 days, he was a minor like that. He probably either got caught with a gun, or caught in a stolen car, something like that.
ready to showcase his talent for the world and double down on his music career. In 2022, Fatso would drop singles titled Get Stitchy, Gun Up, and Out All Night. And while these songs did well to maintain his career, he still wasn't breaking 100K and reaching those life-changing numbers. But it wasn't until March 2023 when Fatso dropped his first music video on his brand new YouTube channel titled Back Again that he cracked 100K on his YouTube. And in my opinion, this is still one of his hardest songs to date. His name was making noise through the city, and more specifically in the south side of Chicago, Chatham area. It was this video that got Fatso an interview with On a Couch TV, and we would really get an inside look at what YFG was all about. Fatso would go on to say he is EBK Black Disciple, and if you think he's a bitch, he would not hesitate to up the poll, especially if you are trying to backdoor him.
Shit. I got that shit for shit. It's just, I was around it. Product my vibe, I'm seeing the shit, I'm in the shit. I'm always with a motherfucker who getting back. I always doing some badass shit. Like they tell you I'm the youngest. I always be bad as shit, man. I'm always doing some badass shit for, so it's like that shit just came to me, shit, motherfucker. I'm never no bitch, so motherfucker talk crazy, alright. They want to fight, we can fight. They want to put our guns, we gonna put our guns. When I got ain't got to show them. I feel like instant, motherfucker ain't even gonna play.
He wasn't really that fat from his little throwback.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, like he the youngest jit. It's like he's so fucking hot, but he's slow and dumb at the same time. Like
BD, I'm BD. But look, don't get it twisted. If you a BD, you think just because you BD, I'm a BD. Your shit.
bro, fucking BD.
I'm EBK BD. Fuck, cause I'm gonna clap anybody, but I'm BD.
I ain't ever said GDK on life. Niggas be weird, man.
I'm EBK BD for. I ain't say BD. I'm saying I'm EBK BD for. I'm BD.
GDK for the BDs. That's all.
After this interview dropped,
he just said he's stupid.
Not to mention, within this time, Fatso would also drop his first official tape titled
That nigga saying anybody can get it. Obviously, type shit. Like, hey, bro, don't think just cause, you know what I'm saying? But, like, realistically, bro, in life, you have to be like that. Like, love who you love, keep who you cherish close, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. But don't never let nobody think it's too sweet to where they can't get it. Rather, y'all the same bloodline, the same gang, nigga, the same clique, nigga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he sound like, bro, like, even his homies, like, nigga, y'all gotta low-key be smooth, because that's a warning to y'all, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why niggas gotta really pay attention to what they be sitting around when niggas be saying it. That's why the nigga tell him, like, well, I mean, I'm saying what you saying, for, like, you sound like you know what I'm saying? He like, nah, I'm not saying that, gang. I'm just basically saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can get it for real.
No Privacy. Now, we have seen time and time again in these documentaries how as soon as a rapper gets to a certain level of fame, he becomes a target for the ops.
Oh, you know that.
In this case, Fatso was on IG Live provoking his ops, saying that if they would try to take his chain, he would drop their ass. While the ops in the comments would accept the challenge by saying drop the low.
ABK,
Who's still in Minnesota?
I mean, this bitch might look good on you, but it ain't never gonna look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it. It'll never look good on you if you don't get the chance to wear it. It's not gonna look good on you. Okay? As soon as you reach and touch this bitch, I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch on my dead grandma.
If I tell them spam it, they gonna spam it.
You in Minnesota?
Y'all want to start?
This shit is crazy.
Y'all want to start that in the comments?
Because y'all spamming that.
Okay? As soon as you reach and touch this bitch, I'm gonna drop your little ass. You're not even gonna get the chance to touch this bitch on my dead grandma.
You in Minnesota thinking shit sweet, boy, your ass gonna die.
If I tell them spam it, they gonna spam it. Y'all want to start? Y'all want to start that in the comments? Alright. Hey. Everybody in my comments, hashtag fuck top right now.
That's all they need to
chill out, bro.
Now, clearly, Fatso is not to be trusted. However, I don't think that 800 TJ agreed because he would also get into a beef with Fatso. But this time, Fatso would be seen on IG Live actually driving down to 800 TJ's block, flashing switches and a Draco. Then, the very next day, 800 TJ would post to his story photos of him on the corner of 88th and Princeton Avenue with the caption YFGK, which stands
cloud so bad, gang. Like, what are you doing this for?
Sometimes your tracks are right there, but there's still something missing. Co-producer is gonna give you unique sounds that actually fit.
You know what I'm saying though? Like, if you're gonna be in the streets, you trying to catch your op lacking or whatever the case is, for go do that. But why? What you coming to your ops block taking pictures for with guns? What you doing this for? What are you doing this for, gang? Just so that's what make it so lame to me.
For YFG Killer, and seems to romanticize the idea of gaining a new fatal enemy. Thankfully, nothing would come from this incident because soon Fatso's life was about to change forever. Lil Durk, one of Chicago's biggest artists, won a Grammy for Best Melodic Rap Performance with his hit single All My Life, featuring J. Cole at the 2024 Grammy Awards ceremony. Shortly after, Fatso would be seen counting money on his IG Live with the one and only smirk.
Okay,
now, if there is one thing that Fatso knows how to do, is capitalize on his opportunities.
Right.
He is one smart kid. That being said, with all this Lil Durk clout around him, Fatso drops Princeton Freestyle featuring DCG, which has over 3.5 million views today. And of course, his luck wouldn't stop there. Lil Durk would then post on IG that he would officially welcome Chucky, Lil King, and Fatso to OTF.
Oh, I didn't know Fatso was OTF. Okay then, skate.
And would even go as far as to tag his jeweler to ask him for 3 big-ass chains to be made for his new signees. Fatso was going everywhere with Durk at this point, flexing jewelry, meeting with the label, and even cruising on his private jet playing spades. And you know that Fatso would have a single locked and loaded for the streets while dropping a visual to Reap the City, which Reap the City has almost 2 million views also. This kid is a hit-making machine.
You know, the ops get mad when you start getting all that money and shit, though.
Yeah, nigga, ain't you dissing them.
They get
this force would come to a halt in March 2024 when Fatso would be arrested for a second time for an alleged shooting. However, I'm sure there are a few issues that the ATF lawyers cannot undo. Because within about a week, Fatso was back on the streets again, flexing cash. And
pause, real quick. I just said this, right? I'm like, bro, the bad thing about drill music, especially, like, the main thing with it is catchy. That should be hard. I don't care what you say, even if most of these niggas are saying a lot of the same shit and just spinning it their own way. Whatever, a lot of shit be hard. They be finding the right beats, everything, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, they be up in there dissing the dead so bad, like, you was, like, say you a person who like rapping songs word for word, like, you know what I'm saying, like, not on no disrespect or nothing, you just rapping because you vibe to music, so you like learning all the words and lyrics and just instantly vibing out, you know what I'm saying? Bro, majority of these drill songs you be rapping, bro, you're literally saying F this dead person, that dead person, this one. Like, a person I'm gonna use real quick for example, J-Bo, his Free Mac song. It's, if you rap that nigga, these niggas either in prison or dead, and he's saying fuck all of them. And if you rapping this song, nigga, you're saying that. But it don't mean you trying to come off on no disrespectful shit. You're just, you vibing and fuck with the song, but you rapping it. You rap that shit in the wrong area, bro, you fuck around have a problem for yourself. And that'd be the thing with a lot of this music, bro. Like, people, civilians be getting killed just for driving and riding and bumping the wrong shit, getting shot at. All type shit, gang, because they just like some shit. And that's why I was saying, like, drill music be like, yeah, but it's like, what?
And posting the dead bodies of his ops from rival gangs BVC and Ducktown. I won't show these images due to how graphic this scene is, and surprisingly, Fatso would post this image to his IG story with a caption laughing at the death of these two men. Let me also remind you, this is the same day he was released for another alleged shooting. He would also be seen on another IG Live saying he is the littest 16-year-old in Chicago while lighting up a backwood.
They can't believe I'm 16.
No, my believe me.
His rollout would seem to work though, because in April 2024, Fatso drops 2 singles titled Racing and Who I Am, which collectively have over 2.5 million views. Right. Not to mention, I don't think this zesty endorsement by Meek Mill in the grips of his Diddy.
I'm high so I can't relax.
Ladies and gentlemen,
not the zesty endorsement, bro.
It is, bro. What type of shirt is that, bro? No cap, me. When I see that shit,
endorsement. I ain't gonna lie, that shirt is looking. That shirt looking. That shirt zestified for sure. They put some extra zest sauce on that shirt right there, my guy. That was one of them. That was one of them designers. He probably was high. He probably didn't design it. That's one of them designer shirts where you think you fly as hell, but you really look gay.
Scandal had done anything for Fatso, but it happened. You know? Shortly after this, the infamous Bloodhound Lil Jeff would post an image of Fatso to his story with the caption, Rookie of the Year, insinuating that Fatso was a baby and does not seem to pose a threat to the Bloodhounds. After this post, Lil Scoom, a close friend to Lil Jeff, would also get involved, dropping a diss track toward Fatso, which would declare war.
You see, like, this what I don't be liking about niggas. Like, why do y'all want to beef with people so bad? Like, you chasing it to the point where you trying to create a problem. I don't know. You gotta just kind of listen to these videos. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because if you don't have no
react to them, you know what I'm saying?
Then
you can't really just believe.
First of all, you don't get the attention. Second of all, people don't. They don't think people think they street enough if they ain't got enough ops. So they need more ops so that they can convince you that they in the streets. Look, I got ops. Look, I'm into it with him. What you into it with him for? I don't know. Stupid ass nigga. What?
Throw that shit for kids, but I really heard they hard. Fatso a bitch, he ain't no shit, little boy better play his part. Right back to back in on foreign cars and all these put your stuff. Go ask
what did you say? What did you say that for?
The next day, Fatso could be seen on IG Live, ready to slide, while his ops in the comments were suggesting that Fatso head over to the E&L store in the ops side of town, which of course, Fatso would accept this challenge. To blow some steam, Fatso would head over to the jeweler to drop some racks on more diamonds for all of his hard work he's been putting in. And I did think this clip was a little bit odd when Fatso runs to a nearby trash can because he had to throw up. When he returns, he tells his filmer that he has a condition that makes him throw up after each meal.
What the hell?
I'm a different nigga now, folks.
For real? What the hell?
You finna throw up? What the fuck?
I can't eat without throwing up. That's another story. Another day. Not gonna get out of the story like that.
He can't eat without throwing up. Nigga, that sound like perks. You talking about you got a condition?
Cause I've been like a kid, like a baby, like when I'm born touch it. Anything I eat, I throw back up.
Oh, for real?
So I'm never full.
Now, I'm not an expert and not sure what this is called, but maybe you guys can help me figure this out in the comments. However, the next day, Fatso would post a caption reading, "Tonight we sniff." And that can only mean one thing. But for real, bro would prove us right when he was on IG Live at 8 a.m. the following morning, ready to walk down on an op after breakfast.
I'm Reaper. I'm Big Reap. I am Reap.
Oh,
D Reap. Die Reap. You hear me? THY, not DIE. So I'm put the Reaper on my motherfucking hand. I heard that tire marks.
Bro, ain't nobody outside.
Tire screech, turn the screech.
I hate when niggas be on live or on camera. They be trying to act like they really like in war right now, bro. Ain't nobody outside, gang. Ain't nobody on this block right now, folks. It's 8 in the morning. Do your homework. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody. You know you not about to miss this fight right now. There's nobody there, bro. Hey. Niggas be like chasing it, trying to make it. Oh, look, I'm really in the streets. Look, gun on my waist. Look, who is that?
Definitely being on live, niggas could have
not like
on
this
the way.
all day.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they about to turn down right block.
One way.
Don't turn down this one way. There's one way in, one way out. The way in through the front. The way out is heavy. Yeah. On his knocking.
Man. Hey, get out there. Take it like that. You see him?
What?
All the way down there.
12. Tweaking. The Jakes be on that.
The Jakes on that. They not on that. You on live in the middle of the street with a big ass gun on your waist and jogging.
Dumbass jump.
What are you talking about? 8 in the morning.
2 weeks after this incident, Fatso's op, Bloodhound Lil Jeff, would be gunned down in cold blood on June 8th, 2024. R.I.P. Lil Jeff. It didn't take long for Fatso to then post subliminal messages to his IG story reading, "Speaking on me in vain, I won't respond. They dead though. All of them. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit. I still don't respond to dudes." It's unclear who this is directed towards. However, the timing is a bit coincidental. Fatso would continue to drop more hits with titles Leavin' and Ride With Me, collectively garnering over 3.5 million views, which at this point, 1 million views is a standard for YFG Fatso, which would serve him well, given that on Father's Day, Fatso would become a father himself after his daughter would be born on June 16th, 2024.
On Father's Day, it's crazy.
I'm a new father on Father's Day. This is my favorite, but y'all can't see. How about that?
Pray for that baby. He got a slow ass daddy. Or she.
Hey, baby. I can't see my daughter's face. Where you going, baby? You're real pretty, baby.
Now, a 16-year-old having a child is one thing. However, it turns out that his baby mama, Lachey, well, she ended up being 22 years old.
Yep, I knew it. This be going on in Chicago, gang. This is weird. This is weird. You 22 and you got pregnant by a 16-year-old little boy who rap and put guns on Instagram Live, shorty.
I think it
And
just
then
started
y'all
busting
look up
nuts
and be
like
like, oh, what's wrong with all these kids? This what's wrong with the kids. What the fuck? Ma'am, you're 22 years old. You had a child with a 16-year-old little boy who shoot people, go to jail, rap, and post guns and switches on Instagram. If I told you that that was somebody mama and daddy, how does that sound? How does that sound like their life gonna be? By the time they 15, where you think they gonna be at in life? Slow as hell, right? Exact, because they mama and they daddy slow. Like,
old. Fatso has been asked about this topic, and he says that he's not a victim in this situation. In fact, far from it. So I guess we'll just have to take his word on this one. But all jokes aside, days later, Fatso would post this alarming message saying, "Unaliving myself after I get super rich." I have no idea what he could possibly mean by this. Hopefully he means figuratively, of course. But maybe you guys can help me understand this in the comments as well. Following Lil Jeff's passing, the beef between Fatso and Lil Scoom would continue to boil, as both sides would continue to drop diss tracks at each other back to back. With this beef cooking up over about 2 weeks, Chicago would get the news that on July 7th, 2024, Lil Scoom would also be gunned down. R.I.P. Lil Scoom.
Yep.
The next day, Fatso would take to his IG to diss Lil Scoom with the caption, "Every last motherfucker," and also posting a picture of the Scream mask and the song Smooth Criminal behind it. Fatso would also go live with his comrades to further mock Lil Scoom's passing, insinuating that Fatso allegedly had something to do
look at that. What's
to
in
further
his mouth?
mock Lil Scoom's passing, insinuating
Popping one right
that
now. That's the first thing I said when he said he be throwing up. I said that sound like you on them yerks, boy. Cause one thing about them yerks, like some people, I ain't never really popped one, but I never went on no yerks. I popped a half of one time when my back hurt, and I was high. I said I don't like this, folks. But anyway, I know people that was on them yerks. So a lot of times they either perks that either make you throw up or make you go sit on the toilet. You feel me?
Fatso allegedly had something to do with Lil Scoom.
He said you gonna play with the game, play with the game. Hey, bogus. Hey, cuz. He bogus as hell. Now we gotta listen to Q50 weak ass. They like, damn.
Cool. Is that a good joke, guys? Yeah, I see the Q50. It's funny. Okay.
Q50 rich though. I ain't gonna call him rich, but shit, Q50 still in a better position than you niggas do still. Like, you can't laugh at a nigga doing better. Oh, even if you
all these niggas overdoing, I'm up new.
Q50 doing better than you, son. can't even
know my
get
last.
play with the Reese.
I know my last. Here when I get out there.
I need you to book me. Be back. Hold on, let me call somebody real quick. Tell me to come outside.
And if that wasn't enough, Fatso would then drop a visual to his single titled Unusual Slander, where he would take another opportunity to diss Scoom after his passing, which this song did over 1 million views as well. And when fans confront Fatso about recording the song before Scoom died, Fatso would give a sinister, open-ended response. Then, only 3 days later, on July 11, 2014, 800 TJ, the same op that was taking pics on 88th and Princeton Ave, would also be gunned down and lose his life. Now, figures in Chicago like 800 TJ and 6'5" Lil Mike would make new enemies daily. So it was no surprise to a lot of people that after 800 TJ's death, tons of his ops would flood social media.
That's what I be saying though, like, niggas be wanting to be the quote-unquote top op. So you make a new enemy daily. Every day you getting a new op. 5, 10 new ops every day. Then you get into it with him. Now you into it with his whole gang, so they don't like you. You keep that going. At the end of the day, it's like, where can you go? What can you do? Where can you go and what can you do? You got enemies everywhere that'll knock your head off. Of course you gonna die. Of course you gonna get unalive, bro. Of course you're not gonna be here no more. Of course you gonna check out, gang. You not bulletproof. I don't care how much you shoot your gun, how much you keep it on you. I don't care about none of that. Somebody could pop you before you don't even gotta see them. So it's like delusion, folks. It's like it's weird. It's weird. It's like a weird delusion.
To mock his death. Oddly enough, Screwly G, known Bloodhound affiliate, would coincidentally show love to YFG Fatso on the same day that their shared rival had fallen. Screwly G has an insane story of his own. I did a documentary on him as well, and it has been my best performing video yet, so make sure to go check that out after this. Now, aside from gang beefs, using drugs, and having a 22-year-old baby mama at 16, Fatso would all...
So... y'all don't fuck with Bloodhound, like he said, and Screwly's a Bloodhound affiliate. He's from Indiana, though. But, yeah, I don't know. That's why I just
also catch some flack for his recent IG live,
like
where he's seen smoking a backwood while carrying his newborn daughter.
Don't worry about my fucking kid. I don't care what y'all think about, bro.
He really had his
I'm
daughter.
beating y'all down, dumb as hell. My daughter rich for y'all, all that. If I take her to the hospital right now, I bet they gonna say she healthy. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. The reason I'm smoking around her is because I just got told I could smoke around her as long as it's not in no closed space where she can't breathe or where it ain't.
Hey Siri, is it good to smoke around your newborn baby? Fuck. Hold on, let me ask. Hey Siri. Bitch, you heard me talking to you. Hey Siri. Oh, this bitch think it's a game. Hey Siri. Is it okay to smoke around a newborn baby? I had to use my whiteboard.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
What does it say? It's not okay to smoke around a newborn baby. Exposure to smoke during pregnancy and after birth increases the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. Fuck, what are you talking about, bro? Talking about I just got told. Who the hell told you that? The devil? Fuck, the leprechaun on the end of the rainbow? Who told you that, Shrek? Who told you that, bro?
Ain't no ad. As long as I'm in an open space where the weed can move around and it's not being blown in her face,
well, she can still breathe.
I'm good.
Though, right?
Get off my dick. This my motherfucking daughter, nigga.
Now, no judgment on my part, so we can cut Fatso some slack, right? Well, I suppose that is until you see him on IG Live, completely nodding off on what seems to be a perk bender. But all that aside, don't think that it gets in the way of Fatso's work ethic, because in August 2024, Fatso would drop 3 music videos, which have collectively over 4 million views. Not surprising.
I'm gonna stop pausing. When did being a junkie, a crash out, when did that shit get cool? Cause when I was in high school, bro, if you was a junkie, that shit was like, oh no, I ain't gonna lie, that's when niggas thought it was cool. Look, I'm on the Zans. Look, I'm on the Yerky.
I went through that. Never knew Yerky.
For real like that. It was like pyramids and bars. And and lean.
Not like on no everyday man.
Stupid.
Also, on his 17th birthday, Fatso drops another tape titled A Reaper's Ceremony, which is a work of art to say the least. The fans at this point were noticing that both Fatso's tapes had been released under Santa Ana Sony Distribution and Alamo Records, while Lil Durk's label was clearly under Interscope, which is a part of Universal Music Group. Not to mention, remember when Lil Durk had shouted out Fatso and even tagged his jeweler asking him to make chains?
Right.
Well, that was even becoming an ongoing joke, since Fatso had never posted an OTF chain since.
Right.
Coincidentally, the day after fans had been vocal about their suspicions, Lil Durk would post to his IG story with Fatso's song Bougie Hoes playing in the back. Durk's always had his finger on the pulse of the streets, no matter what, so this doesn't surprise me. Though in August, Fatso was doing nothing but dropping new music and focusing on his career. But come September, he would be back on his bullshit, dissing the ops on IG Live at what looks like to be a music
This little
video
boy
shoot,
slow
where
as hell.
Fatso would have an old man diss the Bloodhounds.
Get in there, Get in there, Hey, say fuck Bloodhound! Fuck Bloodhound!
Other music video. Fatso would then also double down, dropping a snippet of another Bloodhound diss track using the drunk old man dissing Bloodhounds as the intro, and the same day dropping a visual to his single Princeton Prayer, which has plenty of indirect references to his biggest ops, the Bloodhounds. And to confirm this, Fatso would jump on IG Live to let the fans know that the reason he wasn't dissing Jeff when he was alive was because he had his phone number. So that means he would reach out to him directly, as opposed to posting on IG.
Oh yeah, that sound real good and real cool, bro. That little boy slow as a box of chips. Hey, YFG Fatso, you're done.
Bro, this thing gotta stop making me. I gotta stop getting high with these videos, bro. Cause what the fuck? I'm supposed to be holding it together, twin.
I'm gonna keep thinking on this thoink that I wrapped up in some grabber. But y'all always ask me, you know what I'm saying, what it is, grabber. And I'm gonna go ahead and relax just to some tunes or something. Cause folks right here, folks, is he in jail? I'm not watching this no more. So is he in jail? Or is he, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas like him don't last that long, shorty. So either he finna change or like, hey boy, one thing about it though, I'm 26 now. When I was 16, I promise you I was not that slow. These little boys getting dumber and dumber.
Bro, I wasn't, nigga. I was scared, nigga. What? Boy, I got caught stealing one time at that age, boy. Yeah. I thought my life was my future was finna be fried. Nigga, I got, what was it, a driving without insurance ticket, boy. I thought my whole driving record was finna be, yeah, you feel me? It was just finna be over with, bro. Like, I was one of them type, bro. Like, I don't like getting nothing on nothing, bro. I be trying to be spotless, bro. No bullshit. Like,
higher than a bitch, I'm off the oil, they don't get it. Running up my money, I'm getting my money. I'm talking about chicken, hold up, bitch be talking that shit, but whole time told that bitch to listen.